All right, we're back in the Sweat Lodge, the Red Dirt Nation.
Day 3, hour 20,000.
It's like one of those logs of someone lost on the desert.
Day 3.
Journey to the center of the sun.
We've run out of provisions. We've sent for help.
My left toe
The masses
yesterday.
are beginning to riot, Governor.
It was kind of soggy.
Yeah.
We're here with Jason Boland and Red Shahan. We just saw your set, which was very, very good. I had better words for that, but it was radio.
It was bleeping
killer, man.
awesome.
It was really killer.
Well, thank you.
Men and Coyotes, that's the latest?
Yes, sir.
You guys got anything new in the works coming out anytime
We've got, I spend a lot of my downtime trying to write songs and trying to not keep up with the Jones, and it keeps me busy. But we're gonna put something out in 2017. It's probably gonna be either a full album and then an EP, because I refuse to do the 15 album type deal. I want to do 12 songs, and then I want to put an EP out immediately after that. It might be the same vein as we do with Men and Coyotes. It might not. I don't know what we're going to do exactly, but I like mixing it up. I also have severe ADD too. So
You got any of that medication? I need some.
I don't actually. No, I try
We'll
to stay
talk
away
later.
from
We'll
it.
talk later.
Yeah.
They didn't have that back in our day. It was just called "You Needed Your Butt Whooped."
Spank
You were
it.
called,
Yeah.
and called spaz.
Yeah,
Or go out and get sweaty and get tired and then go to bed. Yeah.
yeah.
They just locked you in a hot box. Kind of like this.
Yeah, there we go.
We being punished? Well, hey man, I gotta say that was just a blazing set, dude. I mean,
Thank
I knew a little bit about you, but I haven't seen you in person, and really that's the proof in the pudding right there. When you go
The live
and see a
show.
band live, I mean, whatever the album is great, but can they do it live? Totally blew me away, man.
And that's my favorite thing is getting up on those little speakers and the side stage type deal. That's when I feel like it's it's fourth quarter and it's time to show up and do some stuff. And that's where I feel like we shine is when we have to show something. We have to prove something to be on the big stage. And I would much rather earn it than ever be the type just giving anything. And so
Well,
I
there
really
you go.
appreciate
All right.
everybody that's had us here and everybody that's working hard out in the sun. We're not the only people that are up here doing this stuff. You guys are in there sweating. So thank you
Little bit.
guys for everybody
Well,
else
this
for
is what
putting
we
us on
do,
so we
man.
can show up for an hour and play music. You know what I'm saying?
We're happy to help and do whatever we can to help the whole individual artist and the scene in and of itself. And we got one of the members of the brain trust behind the whole Medicine Stone thing, Jason
Where?
Boland. No.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be in a second. Brad will be in a
yes,
second.
yes, yeah. But I'm here. I'm representing.
Yeah. He's Brad Rice's official representative.
I'm giving. I'm power of attorney.
Yeah.
I
He's
can
the Larry David
on the
of
behalf.
the
Yeah, there you go.
Stragglers bunch. So, hey man, when the first Medicine Stone happened 4 years ago, did you think that it would grow this quickly? By the fourth year, the first day looks like the last day from previous years, and just terms of how many people are already showing up that early and ready to go.
I'd like to give you the humble response and say, "Oh no, yes, we saw this and we thought, build this and they will show up."
They will show up. Well, you were right about that.
I think, and we always talked about it was a long time overdue that this area needed the people that they want to come see in a big camping style festival that's it walks the line between pretentious and commercial, and that's what we've always, everybody in this music's tried to do, is make something that's fun, palatable, artistic, and relates to the people too, and brings them out. So that's
You guys
picked a good
done
spot,
Yeah,
too.
you've done a
It
great
is.
job with it too. I was telling
Layout's
I remember
great.
we were talking to before, because I was at the first one, and then because we were busy and planned, and this is the second time I've been, so I've got this really interesting contrast with the first one and this one. It's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, it was good the first year, obviously, but the growth has been gigantic.
Yeah,
at
you
least
get
from what
people
I
to
see.
make it part of their calendar year.
Yeah.
They look, oh, well, this is going to be Medicine Stone, and
Where they don't make other plans for anything. Oh, we can't do that. We can't go to your mother's that weekend. We've got
yeah, and that was part of finding the right weekend and getting this thing branded.
Yeah.
And even if you might not know every band that's going to be on it, that you're going to get
trust
something
that you're
out
gonna
of
get
it.
some
Yeah.
good music coming at you.
Yeah, even
You're
if
going
you
to trust the
don't-
people that pick the bands
Yeah.
to pick the right bands, at the right time and get them up there. So let's talk a little bit about. I don't. There's probably not too much you can tell me right now, but I have talked to. I know people in your band.
Yeah.
And stuff, and maybe some new material, getting closer to
Yeah, we're
being
getting
ready to
close.
go.
Yeah, we hit winter and it's time for everybody shuts down around November, December, and all that.
Yeah.
So I'm doing mostly acoustic through December, and then first part of next year after we get back from Steamboat and everything, we'll
Yes, sir.
start the rehearsals and get in and really get the stuff nailed down. But we're sitting on some cool stuff. I like it. It's fun. And, I mean, every time we get ready for it, you think, well, what is this? And it always, the answer that comes back in my head is it's a Straggler record, So it's the next one.
I felt like the last year or so you've hit like just a creative pocket in terms of prolific songwriting, because last time we sat down and did this was at last year's Medicine Stone. Squelch was getting ready to come out.
Yeah.
It was a couple of weeks away from being released.
October.
And somebody let it slip that you had 5 or 6 songs for this next one already kind of close to put together, feeling really good about them. I'm
Yeah.
like going, wow. So here in about maybe a year or so, he's going to have another record out. So do you feel like you've hit like some kind of stride or something?
I think the modern world makes everybody else hit a stride that they don't write enough or put it out fast enough, because it's like technology companies. They have it, but wait, no.
Piecemealing it out
Let's
to
say,
everybody.
wait, you give them 0.01 first, and then, we'll release the stuff later. And I think a lot of musicians start to adhere to that rather than just put it out, and you might oversaturate. What is that? With what? Good music?
Why is that a problem?
Yeah, so
There's too much good music in here. This sucks.
yeah. And so I think most people in this world have slowed down a little bit. I think I'm barely keeping pace with what a guy like McClure still does.
he
I grew up
stays busy,
watching guys
doesn't he?
like that just they're songwriters. They're not somebody that said, oh, that looks like a good way to make money and coast and become
Yeah.
famous and whatever else. They looked at it as, I want to put out as much great music and make my riff in the world while I'm here.
Yeah.
So those are the guys I grew up watching and idolizing. At the same time, idolizing a guy like Guy Clark, that you also don't just put anything out. You wait and put out, when you're moved to, and when something is on your heart enough that it's able to be shared with somebody else.
Well, get back to McClure just for a second. When that guy's not writing his own songs, he's helping people produce their own songs at the
Absolutely.
Boo Hatch. I mean, that guy's. The more I find out about him, it's like, wait a minute, he's doing all these people at the same time.
When does he sleep?
When does he sleep? Who's he got next? When does it end? And how does he find time to do his own stuff too? But somehow he does. The guy's, I don't know what he's got going on, but
He's
I'd
got a
like to-
studio in his basement. That helps.
Yeah. And he knows a lot of people and has the respect of so
Pops
many
down there.
people.
That's the thing. I mean, he was who we all looked up to in that era. He was the bridge between Tom Skinner, Bob Childers, Medicine Show, Red Dirt Rangers,
Jimmy LaFave.
Jimmy LaFave, Kevin Welch, just the guys that were all just a few years older than the Divide. The Divide was our link to that.
Yeah.
And our link to Joe Ely and Gary P. Nunn and Jerry Jeff and all those guys. It was all about where it came from. We were talking, Red and I were talking about this earlier, about in this technology age, it's who can you learn about the fastest and the soonest, which is great coming
Yeah.
up, but we can't forget who John Prine is either.
Yeah.
Because that's the source is always going to be the source.
I always feel like some songs just, you'll find some old album, it wasn't a single, and I feel sad because like this song just got left behind. It's a great song.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't obviously go re-record a bunch of cover tunes, but
Yeah, it's
I
this
just feel
lonesome
bad
little-
that the song was so good and it's just, kind of disappearing
Yeah.
off the face of the
Well,
planet.
sometimes maybe in a way that's good, because if you think about Hollywood, everything gets rebooted. Everything that
Yeah,
was maybe
rebooted
good.
and
It's like, let's
redone.
remake
But that's
Jaws.
because they
Why
don't
would
have
we
any
do
sort
that?
of creativity there. You're talking
Yeah.
about music.
Roger Ray and I used to say that I think this was one of his ideas and concepts, that the greatest saxophone solo ever was probably blown in the back alley behind a dumpster of this stream of conscious thing right before this artist passed away, and nobody heard it. And it was the most perfect solo ever played, you know. So it's you just try to be where you are in the riff, and it's wonderful when people agree and you know, have join in the conversation with you.
Yeah, cool, man. Well, guys, thanks for sitting down and talking with us in the Red Dirt Nation sauna.
Absolutely. I got some. You get the nice trickles.
We
Well,
have
that's what we got all
complimentary towels and mints on your way out. Talk to Celeste; she will take care of you, and there will be a $25 Gucci gift card as well. It's part of your tote bag.
Nice.
So, thanks for thanks for having us, guys, and congratulations, Jason, on another great year of Medicine Stone, being a part of that.
Thank you.
And congratulations to you for coming up here and killing everybody just a minute ago. They're picking up the dead bodies as we speak. You just went in there and murdered them.
Mopping the
There's
blood
a
off the
river over there.
floor.
We can just toss them in. And send
Looks
them
like a
down the
scene
way.
from The Walking Dead over there, but in a good way, if that makes any sense. All right, thanks, guys.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.